Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So today we're going to talk about what we take on our trips, how we pack it inside, and then we're going to talk about how we get the rooftop tent up there. Spoiler alert, it's not a pretty process because that thing weighs about 145 pounds. Stay tuned. How do we get this and all of this in and on top of the Jeep? So one of the first things we bought was a camp shelf. Wasn't too sure about this when we first bought it. Got it off Amazon. Don't remember how much it cost. It wasn't terribly expensive, but I got to tell you, it has stood the test of time. The metal top rolls up and you can put it inside a pouch on the other side. The front here unzips and there are 4 compartments to compartmentalize your kitchen. I've got kitchen stuff, a little bit of camping stuff. The 4 legs on each side, they extend so it's a little taller when you're ready to start cooking. This is the Coleman Fire Sergeant, 2 burners, works great, has stood the test of time as well, has never let me down in the wind. And we have cooked on this thing many times. So we'll move over here to tools. Bought some Craftsman tools at Lowe's, a DeWalt, small DeWalt drill set, drill and impact. They're very small, batteries all fit inside there. It's a little shovel kit. It's also got an axe head that you can put together. Got that off Amazon. I did a little bit of a thing on the Viair air compressor that we use for airing up in one of my videos. I also did a video just on the IceCo to power that and to charge our electronics. We just went with the Jackery 500, Explorer 500. It works great. It can do everything we need it to do. It can run the refrigerator all by itself for about 2 days, 2.5 days. But as I said in another video, I kind of run a loop. When we're not driving, I unplug it from the Jeep. When we are driving, I plug it into the Jeep, and the Jeep then charges it while the refrigerator runs off the Jackery. So really the only other things we carry, we also bought the Trunk Crate Pro. We got 2 of them in red to match the trim of the Jeep. And they fold up if you don't need them, but we use these for kitchen stuff, games, and dry goods. And you'll see it here in a minute where they go in the Jeep. One of the other necessities when you're overlanding or camping out in the middle of nowhere is a toilet and some privacy. So the portable pop-up pod was cheap, very cheap. It's one of the cheapest ones. There are all kinds on the market. This one has worked even in the wind. When you anchor it, it does pretty well. This little fold-up guy is interesting. It's made out of plastic, but it folds up. And you put the base in, and then you put the top on, which is your toilet seat, and we have bags, and it works fantastic. My wife uses it. It's a little low, so we might be looking for something else, but for now, it works great. Kind of getting down to the bare bones here. Obviously, you need chairs, so we went big and got the road trip rockers from REI. They're a CGI outdoor product. Great chairs, very comfortable, and as I said, they rock. And kind of the last thing that we use every time is this Camco table. It's got a bamboo top and it folds up. You can see how small it folds. And it's sort of my where we eat and where we play games. So as you've all seen in my videos, I oftentimes will stand in front of the back of my garage where you can obviously see the paddle boards. They come into play here because when we were trying to figure out how to move this tent from inside the garage to outside, carrying it, not really an option. It's just my wife and I. So what we came up with was these came with cases, and they are smooth on both sides actually. And so we laid them down. We pushed the tent upright out to the edge of the driveway now. Because of the lift, we put the Jeep in the crux of the driveway and the street, which lowers the back of the Jeep just enough. And we just keep leapfrogging until we get it out to the other Jeep. And then it's a little bit of a lift, kind of a dead lift at the beginning of it. My wife sometimes has to come out and help me. Once we get the initial lift, you can see here, I'm able to hold it there and get it up on top. So once we get it on top, I have to take the sunroof portions off the Jeep to be able to access the front here. So once I have access to the front here, as you can see, I'm able to line up the brackets with the slots in the bottom of the tent, push the tent forward, that gets those brackets in the slot. Then I'll put the brackets on the back, push it backwards just enough to get those into the slot. And then, as you can see here, I have to get up there with a wrench. I actually use a ratchet wrench and cinch it down, tighten it down. And that's essentially it for getting it on top of the Jeep. It can take 30 minutes to get it up there. And then to take it down, it's kind of in reverse. Take the sunroof off, loosen up the brackets, push it forward, push it backwards to get the brackets out. And then, as you can see here, it's a little bit of a lift in the opposite direction to get it off there, but I can do that one by myself when I have to. And then same process of getting it back into its corner over here. We slide the paddleboard covers, we put the paddleboard covers down and slide the tent back into its place in the garage. So yeah, it's a chore, but it's well worth it. We couldn't put the Jeep in the garage, obviously, with it on. It is a daily driver for the wife, and we want it in the garage. But you know, again, it's well worth the effort to be able to get it garaged, but we've figured out a system to get the tent on. So the next thing we do is we put down the seats in the Jeep to get all the gear in. Again, we just lay it out on the bottom of the back of the Jeep, but we use up the entire back of the Jeep. And that does give me the view out the back window, which I really enjoy, because you know, most of these trips begin on the freeway and in traffic sometimes, especially leaving Southern California. So then we put it in piece by piece. I've basically come up with a system of how it goes in there. We've talked about the charger or the Jackery and how I hook it up to the IceCo. So the Jackery goes in the middle. Everything leads from the Jackery to the refrigerator and from the Jeep to the Jackery. And then all the other items go in. The Camp Chef, the two trunk crate pros, the dry goods go up front, the kitchen goes back by the fridge. Put the Coleman in. Generally speaking, I put all the rest of the stuff in kind of in the pockets of the windows. The chairs go in the passenger side back window. The table goes in the driver's side back window between the roll bar and the window, and that works perfectly. So there you have it, folks. That's how we get this thing ready to go, and then how we get it unpacked when we get home. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell button for future videos. Make some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the gear, what the process looks like to you guys. It probably looks ridiculous, I'm sure. But hey, it works for us, and it allows us to park our Jeep in the garage. So until the next adventure, thanks for joining.